Good morning, students. Today we are starting with opening journal entry. Now, when we talk about opening journal entry is the journal entry which is done on the first day of beginning of the financial year. That means वो जर्नल एंट्री जिसे हम फिनेंशियल ईयर शुरू होने के वक्त पास करते हैं सम ऑफ ऑल एसेट्स एंड लाइबिलिटीज़ को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए दैट इज़ नोन एज ओपनिंग जर्नल एंट्री. Or in other words, we can say that when a businessman starts business with so many assets, the journal entry passed with that is known as opening journal entry. So opening journal entry is that entry, as you can see in the definition also, that is passed by accountant at the beginning of every financial year, in which he shows all the opening balances of assets and liabilities. यानी कि ओपनिंग जर्नल एंट्री में वी हैव टू शो दी पोजीशन ऑफ ऑल एसेट्स एंड लाइबिलिटीज़ इंक्लूडिंग कैपिटल. यानी हमें यहाँ पे सभी एसेट्स और लाइबिलिटीज़ की पोजीशन को शो करना है कैपिटल को इंक्लूड करते हुए. So this entry is called as opening journal entry. Opening journal entry can be more clear with an illustration. So let's check it out. So for example, we are starting a business, or we can say that we are taking over a business worth rupees 5 lakh. We have taken its assets. We have taken its assets, and the assets are cash 1 lakh, building 2 lakh, furniture 50,000, machinery 1 lakh, and debtors worth rupees 75,000. We also have taken creditors for rupees 25,000. So here, since we have taken over a business, these are the assets that we have taken, and this is the liability that we have taken. So we'll have to show this into account. We'll debit all these assets and credit this liability. But as we can see here, that we have taken on the assets for 1 lakh plus 2 lakh, that is 3 lakh plus 50,000, 3 lakh 50,000 plus 2 lakh, that is 5 lakh 50,000 plus 75,000, that comes to 5 lakh 75,000. So we have taken the assets of 5 lakh 75,000, but in return we have taken liability of only 25,000. So we can say that since we have taken assets of 5 lakh 75,000 and liabilities worth rupees 25,000 only, so the difference remaining is, that is 5 lakh 50,000 should be treated as our capital. So this we will have to show into opening journal entry. In what form? Let's check it out. We'll show it as cash account debit, machinery account debit, furniture account debit, debtors account debit to creditors, and the difference will written here is to capital, and this entry is called as opening journal entry. To explain this more clearly, we have taken two examples here. The first example is commenced business with cash rupees 5 lakh, bank balance rupees 50,000. stock rupees 25,000 and machinery rupees 1 lakh. So here you can see that we have commenced a business with cash, which is our asset. Bank balance is also our asset. Stock is also our asset, and machinery is also our asset. So we are starting business with all these assets. Now, if you remember the golden account ka rule, these assets are considered as real, and real ka rule says debit what comes in. So since all these assets are coming into business, they need to be debited. Since all these assets are coming into the business, they all need to be debited. Let's check it out. So here we have our journal entry that since cash is coming into business, cash need to be debited. Bank is coming into the business, bank account is also debited. Stock is coming into the business, this is also debited. Stock could also have been written in the name of inventory. Machinery is coming into the business. This is also being debited. Now you can see here all these assets are coming into the business by businessman definitely. So any asset brought into business by businessman is called as capital. So since capital is coming into the business, hence being personal account, businessman is giver, so his account, that is capital account, need to be credited. So we have added these all together, that is 5 lakh plus 50,000 plus 25,000 plus 1 lakh, and the total written here is to capital account 6,75,000. Now we have the second case. From the following balances, pass opening journal entry as on 1st April 2019. That means our date is 1st April 2019. We have taken on some assets. The first assets is building. These are assets. Building is asset, machinery asset, furniture asset, bills receivable asset. Before I discuss bills receivable is a converted form of debtors into more reliable source. That means since debtors were in oral format and hence we have converted them into more conventional form that they will definitely pay us. So we have taken a paper which is called as negotiable instrument. So it is nothing else but converted form of debtors. So it is also an asset for us. We have debtors. This is also asset. Stock, cash at bank, that is our bank balance, cash in hand. These all are our assets. Now, as you already know that assets are coming into the business, need to be debited. Liabilities are coming into the business, they always come with a credit balance, so they need to be credited. Let's check their opening journal entry. So you can see here all those assets coming into the business are being debited here. So building account debit 30,000, machinery account debit 10,000, furniture account debit 2,000, bills receivable account debit 5,000, debtors 12,000, stock debit 8,000, bank debit 15,000 and cash debit 20,000. We can also see that we have some liabilities. So since liabilities coming into the business, need to be credited. So 2 excess loan account credited and 2 creditors account credited. But where did this 67,000 came into existence? So now let's check it out. Since we can see that all these assets coming into the business are debited and these liabilities are credited, but you can see that we have debited so much, but we have credited only two items, that too for 15 and 20,000. The total comes to 35,000. Now assets are debited for 30 plus 10, 40, 47, 59, 67, 77, 82, 82, 102. Since assets are debited with 1,02,000, whereas liabilities are credited with 35,000. So the difference between 1,02,000 and 35,000, that is excess of assets over liabilities. As you know the rule, excess of assets over liabilities is known as capital. So this 67,000 is known as capital. We already have learned this in accounting equation. Still, if you do not remember the formula, just write it down, that any excess of assets over liabilities in businesses belonging to businessman, and that is what the capital is all about. So here this 67,000 is written as capital. Let's revise the formula for you people. For accounting equation, I already have discussed that any amount, any resources which are belonging to business, either they belong to businessman or they belong to outsiders. So in total, the assets are combination of liabilities plus capital. So we can also say that capital is equals to assets minus liabilities. So this is the excess of assets over liabilities, and hence we have got this opening journal entry that any excess of assets over liability will be termed as capital and will credit in the form of capital. Moving towards, this is not from opening journal entry, but as we'll move forward, we'll find some terms. So it is one term from that only, that is depreciation. Now when we talk about depreciation, so what depreciation is all about? Depreciation is nothing else but a reduction in the value of asset due to its constant usage, that is wear and tear. Now when we talk about wear and tear, this could be either because of its usage or it could be because of the aging of the asset. For example, you bought a car in 2012. Since you bought a car in 2012 for rupees 5 lakh, but now you cannot get the entire 5 lakh by selling that car, because you all know that car will get depreciated, reduced every year, because it requires maintenance, it requires so many things. So the reduction in the value of car is because of depreciation. Or leave about even car, nowadays you all are carrying mobile phones in your hands. So these mobile phones gives you the best example of depreciation. You get a mobile phone for rupees 35,000. After 2 months, if you want to sell that mobile phone, you cannot sell that mobile phone for 35,000. You can hardly sell that phone for 30 or 25,000. So the reduction of rupees 5,000 or 10,000 is known as depreciation. So this depreciation is a loss to asset. This is an loss to asset. And since it is a loss to asset, it need to be debited as per nominal account. As per nominal account, this loss need to be debited. And at the same time, since the value of your asset is declining, since the value of your asset is reducing, asset is going out, and hence it need to be credited. So whenever there is a depreciation, depreciation need to be debited as nominal account, and that asset need to be credited as real account, going out or reducing. I hope I'm clear with this. Please stay home, Stay safe.